Okay, we're taping. So you're telling me that during the Depression, maybe your grocery bill was $13.
That's what we had to pay Mr. Westwood, about never more than $13 a week.
That's not much money.
That's what?
That's not much.
No.
13 is little.
But that's when calf's liver, which is very expensive, was 4 pounds for $1. And that was like the best thing that ever happened, because my mother would grind it up and season it and make it like liverwurst.
Oh boy.
And we'd take it in the sandwiches.
Oh.
To school. And there was a red-headed girl that was driven to school every day by a chauffeur. That's how wealthy they were. And she'd bring a lettuce sandwich on bought bread with mayonnaise.
Store-bought bread.
And she would beg me to trade her my liverwurst, homemade liverwurst sandwich on my mother's baked bread.
Homemade bread.
And I was always so happy to trade her for a lousy lettuce sandwich.
Right. So that's interesting. So it was a win-win situation.
Yep.
Now, the $13 grocery bill doesn't sound like a lot today, but back then, I guess it was a lot?
That was a lot of money, yeah. And I remember every time we took it up, we used to fight. Us kids used to fight to who was going to take that money up there.
Okay, to pay the bill.
And to pay the bill.
Because you had a credit line at the grocery store.
Yeah. Mr. Westwood would always give us a bag of candy.
Oh.
Well, Mom never knew how much candy was in that bag to begin with.
The messenger got paid.
And it was only 3 blocks from the Westwood store. I can still see the track we used.
The route.
To our house. And but once in a while he'd give us a half a dozen eggs, and we used to hate that.
Give me the candy. That's funny. But back to the $13 bill, and then when Shirley Temple movie came to town.
No, not necessarily.
No. What I'm saying is, you told me earlier that you scrimped for money to pay the groceries, but if a Shirley Temple movie came to town, your mother found a way to send you kids.
My mother always had an emergency fund.
Okay.
But we weren't allowed to have an emergency.
Go on.
Because I remember once when my brother, I told you before about when my brother was ice skating.
Yeah.
And he fell over a log. We'd build a fire on the ice.
Yeah.
He fell over a log, and the back of the blade of one skate dug in his other leg and put a 14-inch gash.
Yeah.
And
that's a good time for the emergency fund.
No, that wasn't an emergency at all. No.
Well, what happened with the 14-inch gash?
My dad washed the wound real good, and my mother helped him, and they cleaned it with alcohol, and then they cut what they call
cat's gut?
Huh?
Cat's gut?
Tape.
Okay.
And they'd put one this way and then one this way and pull every one all the way down.
Yeah.
The leg.
Butterflies.
Yeah, butterfly stitch.
Call them today.
Yeah. And my dad carried him in the front room and made sure he was comfortable. And he said, that's where you stay for the next 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Doctor's orders.
My brother was happy.
Which brother?
Mac.
Okay.
He's in a nursing home right now.
Right.
He didn't have to do dishes or make his bed or. He was king of the hill.
He was on Easy Street. But so that was an emergency, but then your mom would take money out of the emergency fund to send you a Shirley Temple movie? See what I'm saying?
No, that's how bad she wanted us not to miss important stuff.
That is awesome.
Yeah. And we all went together.
And that's a take.
Yeah.